Let me say it loud for the people in the back. Hailey Bieber is officially that girl. From getting dragged as just Justin's wife to selling her brand for $1 billion, sis didn't just clear the internet, she cleared the bank. Today, we're breaking down how Hailey went from pretty girl in the background to quiet luxury CEO with $1 billion skincare empire. So sit pretty, grab your iced matcha, and let's get into the ultimate billionaire era glow up. First of all, let's talk facts. Hailey Baldwin was always that girl, but the world didn't want to see it. She was the girl next to the star, always second-guessed, constantly compared, and let's be honest, brutally dragged online. No clapbacks, no viral meltdowns, just vibes, style, and a face that looks like it woke up in a cloud of La Mer. But behind the glam, a woman plotting her billion-dollar revenge arc. Like, imagine being in your early 20s and having the entire internet dissect your every move. Twitter threads, TikTok think pieces, Reddit theories, Instagram comment wars, all because you married one of the most famous men on earth, and through all of that, silence, poise, a perfectly arched brow. She never fought back with messy rants or pity pleas. Instead, she did what most people can't. She got to work. While people were busy creating drama, Hailey was creating direction. While they were throwing shade, she was studying the skincare market, understanding consumer psychology, and perfecting her aesthetic. That's the kind of grace under pressure that doesn't just build a brand, it builds a legacy. Let's be real. In a world that rewards loud, chaotic, attention-hungry behavior, Hailey chose to be the whisper in the room. And that whisper turned into $1 billion echo. Clean, chic, and minimal like the girl herself. No glitter, no drama, just a quiet, luxury skincare line that snuck into the game like a soft whisper, and then slapped the beauty industry in the face. The packaging? Aesthetic perfection. The formulas? Actually work. The branding? Chef's kiss. While everyone else was trying to be loud, Hailey whispered, and the girls listened. Her lip treatment? Sold out in minutes. Waiting lists? Longer than the list of people who need to apologize to her. She didn't just launch a brand, she launched a movement. Less is luxe. And let's not downplay how strategic that soft girl image really is. The moment you unbox Rhode, you feel like you're entering a spa on the Upper East Side. The font choice? Modern sans serif with a hint of edge. The product names? Minimal. The social media rollout? Like an editorial in Vogue. Clean, but still dripping in taste. She didn't try to convince anyone she was an expert. She built a team of chemists and let the product do the talking. That's CEO behavior. Her vision wasn't just pretty packaging. It was performance with purpose. This is how you build quiet power. You let your excellence be the megaphone. Also, can we talk about that launch video? Understated, ethereal, no screaming influencers. Just her, a camera, some glow, and product shots so clean they could be in a museum. She's giving I moisturize with generational wealth energy. Now let's get to the juicy part. Hailey just sold Rhode for $1 billion, a brand that launched barely 2 years ago, built off vibe, value, and vision. This isn't just skincare, it's strategy. She leveraged her image without overexposing herself. She didn't chase virality, she let aesthetic plus quality do the heavy lifting. And she kept it so clean, so classy, so curated. Investors couldn't resist. The beauty industry? Gagged. The internet trolls? Shaking. Hailey? Casually moisturizing with $1 billion glow. And let's not act like $1 billion deal just falls into your lap. This was orchestrated. Carefully, strategically. Every brand touchpoint, from the way Rhode's socials are styled to the consistency in color palettes, tells investors one thing. This isn't just pretty, it's profitable. And shout out to her media silence. Hailey doesn't overtalk. She doesn't overexplain. She doesn't clap back. That silence? That's power. Because while others are defending themselves, she's defending market share. And the timing of this acquisition? Immaculate. 2 years is baby brand age. Most companies don't get profitable until year 5. But Hailey said, we're skipping the startup struggle and heading straight to mogul mode. Also, did you catch who bought it? e.l.f. Beauty. a beauty giant that saw the value not just in the product, but in Hailey's brand equity. That tells you everything you need to know. They didn't buy Rhode for skincare. They bought it for the empire potential. Now here's the real plot twist. Hailey didn't just sell Rhode and peace out with $1 billion check. Oh no, bestie. She's still calling shots. She's staying on as chief creative officer, aka the visionary baddie behind the brand. That means she'll keep shaping Rhode's identity, campaigns, and future launches without dealing with the boring back-end stuff. Sis said, I'll keep the power, you keep the paperwork. Iconic. This is the dream setup. You cash out, while still cashing in. Staying on as chief creative officer means she's still the face, the essence, the pulse of Rhode. But she doesn't have to worry about fulfillment centers, payroll taxes, or warehouse logistics. She can just do what she does best, influence culture. And this isn't just a vanity title either. Hailey is deeply involved in Rhode's branding, messaging, and product design. You can see her hand in every color scheme, every tagline, every model selection. She didn't just sell the company, she licensed her legacy. Let's take a pause and talk about why this is such a flex. First, she didn't start Rhode in her peak. She started it while being cyberbullied. Second, she didn't scream for attention. She built quiet power. And third, she played the long game. Hailey chose elegance over chaos, soft branding over loud gimmicks, and ownership over clout. While the world was focused on her marriage, she was focused on her mission. This is what happens when you stay in your lane, protect your peace, and build in silence. You become the woman they can't ignore. And the best part? She didn't do it for validation. She didn't need the applause. She was building for impact. There's a lesson here for all of us. You don't need to be loud to be legendary. You don't need to post your every move to prove your worth. The real ones, they're plotting. Silently, elegantly, Hailey built her business like she built her persona. Soft on the outside, steel underneath. She gave femininity a new definition. One that doesn't apologize, one that doesn't beg for attention, one that's rooted in clarity, not chaos. And now, every girl who was ever underestimated is looking at Hailey like the blueprint. So, what's the takeaway, bestie? You don't have to fight to be seen. You don't have to over-explain your worth. You don't need to trend to win. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just keep building until your success screams louder than your critics ever did. Hailey's story is proof. Soft girls can be savage, and confidence, it's a quiet force. But oh, does it shake the room? You don't need 1 million followers to build something iconic. You need a vision, consistency, and the audacity to keep going when nobody's clapping. So ask yourself, what are you building right now, quietly? What are you nurturing in private that the world doesn't see yet? Because if Hailey can go from being the punchline to becoming the mogul, so can you. It's not about being loud, it's about being intentional. If this didn't light a fire under your billionaire energy, what are you doing? This is confidently you, where we don't. Just level up, we boss up. Silently, elegantly, like Hailey. See you next time.